And welcome back to the Cover 3 podcast here on CBS Sports. That's Tom Fornelli. That's Bud Elliott. That's Danny Kanell. I'm Chip Patterson coming to you live at youtube.com/cover3 and everywhere you get your podcasts on demand. Thanks for hanging out. Smash that subscribe, smash that like, and come and join us in the chat, a.k.a. the Cover 3 Tailgate, where they're asking for an over-under on the number of games that Bill Belichick is going to be coaching at North Carolina. Listen, here's the deal. North Carolina's off this week. Y'all want the likes. Y'all want the locks. Y'all brought the likes. We got the locks. We're trying to move these lines. So keep your eyes peeled to youtube.com/cover3. We'll do a little standalone level set on the University of North Carolina football program on what has been an absolute week in Chapel Hill, because you guys want winners. You guys don't want losers, right? So save the losers for later. We want winners now. Okay, before we jump into the Week 7 slate, absolutely loaded with awesome games, we take a quick moment to look back at the week that was. All right, Mr. Bud Elliott, it was a 4-3 week for you. You got the winners were USF minus 27.5, Kansas minus 3.5, Michigan State over 48, and Texas Tech minus 10.5. The losses: Vanderbilt, Alabama over 55, Miami, Florida State over 53.5, Air Force, Navy under 52.5.
I can't beat Mr. Tom Fornelli here. Like, this guy. This is crazy. Oh, shoot. Sorry. My line moves on the audio on. Apologies. Tom is just a freaking robot this year, man. Just like it's just like playing the computer, bro. It's not fun anymore.
Dude, sounds like you've got pick envy. You've got pick envy.
I have pick envy. But if we could play more copyrighted music on this show, I think a little like, what's that? Is it Danger Zone? Like Kenny Loggins? Like, I feel like when you're on the golf course, if you're playing, like a 4-ball, you got to have something like a comeback song, like chase them down type thing. Like, it's on, baby. Second half of the season, let's go. All right, so Vandy Bama over 55. If you turn the ball over twice in the red zone, like, that's going to kill you there. Obviously, I think kind of got game state out of it. I would bet that again. I would certainly bet FSU Miami over 53.5 again, but maybe not as hard. Air Force Navy, that was just dead in the water for sure. USF played out like we said it would. Go Les needs a job, baby. And he pushed that thing in there on Thursday night. That was fantastic. Kansas, it wasn't rocking chair easy, but I think I would bet that again. Nebraska over 48. I don't know if that was like totally the right side, but I'll take the dub. And Texas Tech was pretty cake. So, better to have a losing week than a winning, or rather have a winning week than a losing week, right?
4-3 for the week has Bud Elliott at 30-31 on the season. 4-6 week for me. I was right there taking the loss on Vandy, Alabama, but let's focus on the wins. San Diego State getting it done, -6 in a little weeknight action. Cincinnati -1.5, a lock fight win. Texas Tech -10.5, also there with you. And Virginia +7. Didn't even need the daggone points, getting it done. Loss on the Unity, loss on New Mexico, +2.5. Lobos, come on, Jason Eck. We're talking about getting jobs. We need a better performance there. First half under 20.5. Hilarious way to lose. UCLA team total under. Hilarious way to lose. Florida State first quarter +0.5 point. The boys could have punched it in on that first possession instead of settling for a field goal. Could have been there, but that's okay. Almost doesn't work here on the spreadsheet. And Notre Dame team total over 41.5 comes. The run comes crashing down, but that's okay. We reset. 4-6 for the week still has me at 36-31 for the season. Danny Kanell, it was a 2-7 week, picking up wins on Alabama -10.5 against Vanderbilt, and the under 43.5 in Wisconsin. Michigan losses right there with us on Unity, taking a bar fight loss on the total of 53.5. Sam Houston -1.5, Iowa State +1.5, the over 60.5 in Virginia, Louisville, the under 48.5 in Kentucky, Georgia, and Washington -6.5. Terrific comeback by the Huskies, but not enough to be able to get the spread.
A lot of these were close. The Sam Houston one was dumb. That was a let's have some fun on a Thursday night. I think that game was. Iowa State, little too late. Would have gone back. I would have liked Cincinnati in that game. That's really the only one to change. Virginia Louisville was getting close. It was higher scoring, came up short. Kentucky scored a garbage time touchdown to put that one over. Washington, as you mentioned, a little too late, but got to get back on it.
All right,
now
2-7 for the week has Danny at 27-33 for the season. Tom Fornelli, another winning week. 5-4 this week. We got the bar fight win, broke the pool cue and took them both down. That under 55.5 comes cashing. Notre Dame minus 20.5. The under 43.5 in Wisconsin, Michigan. The over 55.5 in Illinois, Purdue. Tom, they play for cannons. You think it's going to be low scoring when they're playing for a cannon? And then Northwestern with the pride of being a Big Ten football team. You cover 10.5 against ULM. That took a loss on Mississippi State plus 14.5, Kentucky plus 20.5. Our Air Force, I'm so sad to see it. Air Force Navy under 52.5. And then the Alabama team total falls just a little bit short.
Yeah, no huge takeaways from last week. Just keep plugging along. Let Bud chase.
5 and 4.
40-minute episode here as Tom has 2 locks this week.
5-4 for the week has Tom at 32-22 for the season. All right, we got to put week 6 behind us because we have week 7 on deck. And so I ask you, gentlemen, you all ready to lock it up?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Since 2005, the under in games between service academies is 40-9-1.
We're picking locks.
give me an over in this one as well. A little 2-for-1 special.
Go get these locks.
I was a sicko last week. Y'all were watching the good games. I was live betting the hell out of ULM Kentucky.
My blue plate special 5-star locks are coming.
5-star master lock. Lock it
You
up.
want these locks? I'm living and dying every point, every cover.
From the locking chair to your eyes and ears. And this is a reminder that locks are sponsored all season long by Cash App. Making money moves should be easy, and that's why there's Cash App. It's fast, safe, and honestly, way more personalized than other apps out there. Our thanks to Cash App for their sponsorship of the locks all season long and the Cash App Cover 3 Locks Trophy, which will be awarded to the season-long winner. All right, let's begin, as we always do, with a look at the weeknight games. Among the options tonight are Jacksonville State at Sam Houston. This was an 8 p.m. Eastern Time kickoff on CBS Sports Network. And we asked, y'all answered, because we are, once again, very privileged to be a part of the halftime show of Jacksonville State at Sam Houston. We asked y'all to show us your setups, your Thursday night setups. I mean, look, we're taking care of the cat after some surgery, and we're still getting in some Cover 3 podcast halftime show on CBS Sports Network. We got a little NFL, a little playoff baseball, but what's that on the screen up top that I see? Yeah, that's CBS Sports Network and the Cover 3 podcast. You got multi-screens, a nice little cozy setup right there. And so, yes, once again, let's see it here tonight. So we are going to be on the halftime show, Jacksonville State at Sam Houston from Shell Energy Stadium on CBS Sports Network. You can see us on the halftime show, and we'll be giving y'all a little group of 6 flavor in terms of the outlook in the CFP. That's all the teas that you're going to get. So take a picture of your setup. You know, maybe you got a little bit of the, NFC least Thursday night football game going on, throw us on the other screen, put us on the big screen, tag CBS Sports Net, tag the Cover 3 podcast. That we are fired up to see the great response. Love it. A big Thursday night though, across the board. Louisiana Tech, Kennesaw State with even more Cayusa to go with what we got going on in Houston. ECU and Tulane down in New Orleans. Really fun game and some action. And then Southern Miss and Georgia Southern. So 4 games, fun ones on the board. Who's got a Thursday night lock?
I'll go.
Oh, yeah. Go for it.
I mean, look, let's go to 112 Sam Houston. Like, somebody knows something. but I'm not somebody. All right. Like I don't get all the Sam Houston love. I'll be the dummy. I'll lay it with Jacksonville State. Give me Jacksonville State -7.
I'm not joining you on this ride, Bud, but I understand the who's buying all the Sam Houston stock. Like, is this actually
I did last week?
I know.
I am not buying it back.
I don't know, man. I think these are a little bit different level teams.
I bought some Sam Houston stock. It's my Twitter tip. I'm not locking it up, though. I put it on Twitter to get people to watch the game since we'll be on at halftime. But
did you get the hook?
Yeah, I got 7.5.
Okay. All right.
I mean, Jacksonville State's been on the road 3 times. It's lost all 3. I'm supposed to trust it as a touchdown favorite on the road. Its only wins are against Murray State and a Liberty team that's 2-4.
That is true. Like, do they bus? If they bus to Sam Houston, then I definitely don't. I don't want that.
Yeah.
There's no way to bus, right?
This is just this is like a gut play for me. It's like I'm not ready to trust the Gamecocks as a touchdown favorite on the road.
This is a price of oil, price of gas. We're busing to Houston special right here. Okay, Twitter tip. But here we go. That's Bud on the board. Getting a little Jacksonville State under the key number, grabbing it at 6.5. Maybe we've got a middle.
Sicko mode, by the way. Like I don't know if that's actually like legitimately sick, but
no. This is good American football in Conference USA on CBS Sports Network on Thursday night. You're throwing it on the screen. All right. Anybody else got a Thursday night play?
Did you see Brad's comment in the chat?
Hey.
The Topo cheat, or well, no free ads, but
it is mineral. It is a fine mineral water.
Yes.
Yeah. Anybody gonna take a bite on ECU Tulane?
I was gonna lay him with Tulane, but I'm not gonna touch it.
I'm gonna pass for now.
I'm gonna watch Jackson Dart and our halftime show.
So here's my thought. ECU, I think, is potentially outclassed here, but I'm not ready to trust Tulane to be able to handle business. It is my sort of distrust right here of the Green Wave, because for ECU to go on, like, we think about some of the big games this year that ECU has had, and if you're playing at home, if you are not going up against, like when you were playing against Army and you were fired up for it and you were playing at home and everything was great, they got off to a hot start, egg and a spoon the way home. Like Army kind of messed that one up and made it a little bit closer than it should. They obviously got outclassed by BYU, but yet I just don't have enough where I feel solid on Tulane here to be able to lay the points. I could see it going back and forth. All right. Moving on to Friday's action. Banger. I mean, USF at North Texas even made big game breakdown. Rutgers at Houston is your Big Ten offering for this Friday night.
What?
Washington.
What did I say?
Houston.
Houston.
I mean, they're right next to each other,
You're about
so I can see how you
4,000
can easily confuse them.
Well, there was some calling into question. My sheet says that the Sam Houston game is being played in Houston, and they're currently calling into question the Sam Houston campus location versus game location.
Yeah, it's
Aren't
being
all of
played
the
in
Sam Houston
Houston
games played?
Yeah,
this
that's what I
year.
thought.
We're playing it like the Houston Dynamos, if that's what they're still called, in an MLS stadium.
Yeah. I'm giving you the game. All right. USF at North Texas, Rutgers at Washington, Fresno State at Colorado State. Who's got a lock?
I do.
Me too. You go first.
Give me Washington first half -6 against Rutgers. I think Washington, that comeback in the second half last week against Maryland was big for them. They're returning back home. This time it's Rutgers who has to travel across the country. We remember what happened on a Friday night last year when Washington had to travel to Rutgers. They didn't win the game. They kind of beat themselves. I think that's probably been being hammered into them all week from Jed Fish about, hey, don't take this team for granted. I expect them to come out strong in the first half. And, it also means I don't have to stay up until midnight.
That was the game where Washington missed like 3 field goals. They had the really dumbass personal foul that had knocked him out of. Okay, yeah.
Mhm.
That was a little bit rainy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, okay.
And also a Friday night.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember. Was that the same night as Nebraska and Illinois?
No. Big Ten usually plays one game.
One game on
Okay,
Friday
that's right,
night.
yeah.
Nebraska, Illinois was late September, maybe a week or two before that.
Do you remember?
Let's go. Anybody else got anything on?
You know what?
Washington
I am
Redskins?
going to join Ryan in the chat on Huskies over 34.5 team total.
I mean,
Jed
Rutgers-
Fish is an offensive-minded coach. This is kind of like the Lashley theory. Was it 2 years ago that we're like, remember when SMU went up to play Temple and we're like, hey, SMU's played like 2 just like the nuts defenses in a row. Offensive coach really wants to get some points on the board. Man, these offensive coaches, they like to get out and they like let the offense run. And they don't like scoring in the 20s or shoot last week, right? Like, not much. Let's go.
All right. I will go to DATQ. You know, we talked about DATQ. I'm going to go with a little USF team total over 34.5. I generally think that this is going to be a super fun scoring filled game, but as I like peel apart all the different layers, I think that North Texas's defense is the side that is the least trustworthy of the 4 sides in this game. So give me the Bulls to be able to do their part. Don't hate a full game over. Don't hate like lots of different ways to play the high scoring potential, but I'm going to go with Bulls over 34.5 as my best bet here.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and take the Bulls and the 1.5 points. We very rarely get, you ain't played nobody yet in the group of 5 level, but I think that does apply here with North Texas, where USF, we've seen them battle tested. We've seen them go into the swamp and have one of the better wins of the season. They dominated against Boise State, against Miami, a little bit of a wake-up call, but I still think this team is the better football team, as good as Drew Mestemaker has been for North Texas. I like Byron Brown better. Give me Alex Golesh's squad.
Fun game the way it's been trading too. We've danced sort of back and forth on this one.
Yeah.
On the side, which
Some places still are.
Yes,
USF, they're favored on some books.
Thomas Middle.
Do it. All right. I'm going to take South Florida plus 1.5 and North Texas plus 1.5, and we are going to get rich.
I think that it is going to be a really, really fun game. And Danny, I don't hate your play, but I also could see North Texas ended up taking care of business. But Tom, y'all got anything on this one?
Mm-mm.
It's probably a really good live betting game. I think there's a chance that this is just like it's baked into the number or something. We're looking at a 66.5. That's one of the highest totals that we'll see all year with these new clock rules. I think USF has more impact defensive linemen who could mess up North Texas a little bit. Mestemaker's for real though. Like that, this is a very good quarterback matchup on both sides. I think North Texas has a much improved secondary, and this is like super nerdy to have opinions on this, I guess, but like I don't know that North Texas has like impact D linemen. So USF might be able to just operate cleanly. And if you think about who USF's played so far, Florida has dudes, Miami has dudes. Yeah, the winner of this game is scoring in the 40s, right?
I would think so.
It's
going to be an incredible Friday night. You're going to have this game on one screen, Washington Rutgers on the other, and then you're going to have game 5 between Seattle and Detroit. It's just Friday night's going to rule.
Singleton's pretty explosive for them. The other receiver they have, what's his name? I forgot, but like he's pretty good too for USF.
Would you be concerned at all about Washington given a Mariners distracted fan base?
Shit, I didn't think of that.
I mean, just like, let's line these times up like, awesome. You've got the first half. Okay. You know what? It's in. I still like your play because, in both of y'all's plays because Rutgers defense is not your grandfather's Rutgers defense.
Yeah.
And that's one of the best quarterback, running back, wide receiver trios that we're going to find in the Big Ten. So I'm not going to hate that whatsoever.
Nimrod, thank you. Yes, Joseph Brennan. Nimrod's the other. I'm not calling you a Nimrod. Nimrod is the other receiver for USF.
Yep.
Old
I love our chat. They're great.
Yeah. And then Fresno State, Colorado State. Anybody want to take the Bulldogs on the continuing fate of the Rams? Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah, it's hit the point where it's almost mean-spirited. Bad vibes to keep trying to bury these guys. So if you want to take the Bulldogs on the road, I don't hate it. Fresno State is 5-1 on the season so far. So good start from Matt Entz in year one. But who knows? Maybe with the change in play calling, we could see a little bit of fight from Colorado State late on a Friday night. All right, coming up on the other side, we turn our attention to loaded Saturday slate, starting with some of the headliners. Yes, that means we'll be looking at the big time matchup of Indiana out at Oregon, Red River, and more next.
Touchdown, TJ Watt. Got him. What a play. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me double time.
Back here on the Cover 3 podcast as we turn our attention from Thursday and Friday on into Saturday. Let's get started in Champaign, where it is an orange out and the number one team in the country is coming to town. Ohio State at Illinois. Who's got a lock? Nothing?
I think it's a good number. You got something?
I've got nothing. I have no idea what's going to happen here.
Danny?
I'll bite. I mean, I just can't take the silence anymore. I'll go ahead. Same bet we gave in our play the other day. I'll go over 49.5.
Overs in Illinois games aren't bad plays.
Yep. I think there's a couple ways to get this. One, if it does get sideways, like Indiana did, you could see Ohio State challenges potentially on their own. I do think Illinois will put up some points though as well. So I just in general like this one to go over.
What do you got cooking there, Chip?
Ohio State team total. What's our best number?
Under?
There?
You're going to take the under on Ohio State's team total?
First half or full?
Full.
Looks like the best we have is, this is what, 183? 31.5.
Yeesh, that's a big number. I'm sorry, Tom. Ohio State minus 14.5.
Noted.
Yeah.
Noted. Literally in the doc. Noted.
Yeah. This is a tough matchup. It's a tough situation. I think I'm fearing the back door for sure, but I'm also gonna think that this is another opportunity to look for the progression in this offense. So I'll take a team that has really, really impressed me. I will lay the big number even on the road.
I love this pick for you because I'm 5.9 units ahead of you in the standings, but now I'm 7 units ahead of you because you just lost another 1.1.
Wait, that's not how math works.
Yeah, it is. What's 5.9 plus 1.1?
It's 7.
So you're 7 units behind me now after that pick because that's a loser. You just
Can I get 14?
You taking Ohio State minus 14 too?
I'm just taking I'm just laying it with Ohio State. That's my only.
Yeah, there's plenty of 14s out there.
Yeah, take Ohio State minus 14.
Oh wow! Now I'm up 8.1 units. All right.
I'm not taking 2. The only bet on this game is Ohio State laying the points.
So you're not taking the team total anymore?
Not taking the team total.
So you got scared?
No,
coward.
I can read. I just started reading you this. I just started reading you this season. It's been really enlightening, and it's important to read and also to read things like game scripts, and just to think about the way that this thing could go, if perhaps I don't think Ohio State would necessarily take the Curt Cignetti approach if the game gets sideways.
You think the O-line's getting healthier, Tom?
For Illinois?
Yeah.
I am not overly optimistic that Josh Kreutz will start at center.
Okay. I just don't know that if we're getting rich, fading Bielema as a 2-touchdown dog at home with like a 25-year-old quarterback.
Fight it.
No,
Come on.
I don't think it's great. I just
No, it'd be great. Noon slate. Let's go. Let's fight it.
It's fine. Chip's been staring at the sun at those North Carolina games too long. He can't see anymore.
I think they have Ohio State's rating correct now.
Okay. Also in the noon slate, Alabama goes on the road to take on Missouri. Big game. Kind of a sandwich spot for the Crimson Tide. Is anybody gonna take a little Mizzou? Anybody MIZ? Anybody got a lock on the game?
I have a lock.
Yeah.
Give me the over 51.5.
Yes.
Are you with me then?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, we talked about it a little bit in the big game breakdown. I'm not. We saw Mizzou secondary get kind of toasted by Kansas and South Carolina, and Kansas and South Carolina do not have the passing attack that Alabama has. So I think Alabama will move the ball. And we've also talked about how Vandy turned the ball over twice in the red zone, and they did do a pretty decent job of moving the ball on the ground against an Alabama defense that so far this year has not been outstanding against the run. And this is a Mizzou team that wants to run the ball and has Ahmad Hardy, who has finished with at least 100 yards in every single game. I think both of these offenses are going to eat. So I think 51.5 is a little too low.
Yeah. Over for me. I'm a little bit concerned about Missouri's offensive line, but I do think they can block Alabama. If you watch like Florida State versus Alabama compared to like Vandy or Georgia against Alabama, I don't know that Bama's D line is like that good this year. I think the secondary is pretty good, but I think Missouri can score some, and I would expect Bama to hit some explosives on the secondary on the plays in which they block it up. Block it up and lock it up. Let's go. Over.
Danny, nothing?
I'll lay them with Alabama. I have my question marks about Missouri. Last year at this time, they were 4-0. I get it, was on the road, but they got handled by a better A&M team. I think Alabama is the best team in the SEC. I like the way Ty Simpson is playing. I like the weapons he's working with. Kind of concerned a little bit about Ahmad Hardy. The dude is an absolute beast, but I think they're going to load up and say, Bo Pribula, go ahead. You try to beat us. I don't know if I trust him to do that just yet. So I like the Tide.
Just narrative sake, what happens if Bo Pribula balls out here and beats Alabama and Penn State just kind of looks like mediocre at home against?
Oh my gosh. You know what narrative? It's already out there.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it just becomes a scream at this point.
Do Ohio State and Penn State have trouble holding on to their best quarterbacks? I mean, Joe Burrow goes to LSU from Ohio State. Is Bo Pribula the next Joe Burrow? People are asking. Okay. Also, as we move from the noon slate on into Indiana on the road to take on the Oregon Ducks. It is big time. It's a top 10 matchup from Eugene. You can see Brad Nessler, Gary Danielson, Jenny Dell on the call. You can watch it on CBS, America's Most Watched Network, the Network of Stars. You can stream it on Paramount Plus. So, who's got a lock?
What was that streaming app called?
Paramount Plus.
Oh, okay.
Whenever I do Syria Optics on Early Edge on Fridays, I normally throw together some garbled Italian and finish it with watch it on Paramount Plus.
That's Italian to you. Okay. I've got a lock here. There's still one remaining that I found, so I'd like to get it while it still exists. Give me Oregon -7. Damn it. I think Indiana's better than it was last year. I just think Oregon is one of those teams in the country right now that's on a different level than everybody else. And I think Indiana's got to travel out west for this one. They're in a tough place to play. I don't know if they have enough guys in their secondary to cover everybody Oregon has in their passing game. And I don't know if their defensive line will be able to get enough pressure on Dante Moore to slow it down. I do think Indiana will move the ball. And I do think Indiana will be probably a tougher assignment for Oregon's defense than Penn State was. And I think they'll get points. I just don't think they'll get enough. So Oregon -7.
I was hoping I was going to be able to gain ground on Tom with this one, but I really have to just hold serve, lock agreement.
Yeah.
I do have some concerns that maybe the 2 and 3 receivers for Oregon are not like that good, and if they really can lock down DeCorian Moore. But the tight end for Oregon is really good, Kenyon Sadiq. I think that Oregon's offensive line is kind of nasty, man. Like they've done a nice job building this thing. This team's got a little physicality to them, and I mean Dante Moore might be the number 1 overall pick. So Ducks at home, land touchdown, got it. And really, like all the Hoosier love on Twitter this week has really helped me push, just into this zone here. So,
Danny,
I want to lock it up, but I don't want to jinx these two. They're on an incredible hot streak. I don't want to bring them down to my level.
Oh, do it. Struggling. Come on.
Plus, I do have to. I'm talking to Kirk Sindetti in exactly 3 hours. I don't know if he's paying attention. So I'll tackle the total. I'll go over. What's the best number I can get? 54.5.
I see a 55. I don't know if I see any 54.5.
Also, this got bet pretty hard. There's some 55s. Yeah, let's open 51.5.
I'll go. It doesn't scare me still. I do think Oregon, I think their speed could be problematic, but I also think even if Fernando Mendoza does get pressured versus that Oregon defensive line, I still think he's got enough mobility to get out. He's got the arm talent to make some big plays. Maybe even it's a backdoor kind of cover type situation, late touchdown in the game. I do like Oregon to win this one and probably by more than 7, but I'll go ahead and go over the total.
All right. 2-for-1 special. Play number 1. Indiana team total over 23.5. Penn State put up 17 on this Oregon team. I think Indiana's way better offensively than Penn State is. So can you get me one more touchdown? And Danny, you mentioned what's going to end up happening, because didn't we see Indiana, especially in that Notre Dame game? Oh, remember they went tempo. Remember Kurt Cignetti talked about all the lessons they learned about playing on the road and different ways that they need to approach things offensively. I think we've got a better quarterback. So first play is Indiana over 23.5 team total. Second play, I don't want to speak politically. Okay. I don't have boots on the ground in the state of Oregon. I don't know what everybody's habits are, but the habits of the Hoosiers from Bloomington are to smoke that thing through the filter. We're going to Indiana in the 4th quarter. Plus, I can play your game and make it 1.5. Check me on this. But I know that at FanDuel Sportsbook, I can play my game and I can get 1.5. I can get 0.5 point some other places, but I think we've got decent juice on Indiana 4th quarter plus 1.5.
Yeah. Yep. 1.5.
Let's go. Relentless. That is one of the phrases. That is one of the cornerstones of this Indiana program. Relentless. And that means you don't quit till you see triple zeros. That's how you get team totals over, and that's how you win the 4th quarter.
Last week was the first week Chip didn't have like a 3rd or 4th quarter pre-flop bet, and he had a losing week. So one of my locks this week was Chip was definitely going to have a 3rd quarter or 4th quarter bet. And
cash it.
Smoke it to the filter, man.
All right. Also at 3:30, get ready to head on down to the Texas State Fair. It is the Red River Shootout between Texas and Oklahoma. We've got all of the smoke and all of the reports and air-conditioned practices and shin sanity. I mean, we've beaten this thing absolutely into the ground. So now put your money where your mouth is. What are our locks for Texas, Oklahoma?
I got one. I mean, nobody else
yeah,
take one.
Got something, right?
I'll take it. I mean, I do know the Chipotle presser was in line serving John Mateer. Did you guys see this TV report? Yep. Local report, tracked him down. He said, Mateer said, I'm playing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it matters with my pick because I'm going the other direction. I'm taking Texas. I told you I was buying a little bit of that stock. I think their defense is really good. I think they're way better than they played last week. DJ Lagway had an outstanding game. If Mateer does play, I don't know where he is with accuracy. I don't know where it is. I don't think he does. I still think we'll see Hawkins. I think that makes them pretty one-dimensional. And Arch Manning is getting closer, and I don't even think he has to play that great. I do think he'll hit a big play or two, which may be all they need, and what the experts think is going to be a very low-scoring game. Give me Texas -1.
Can't you get plus? Is this another one?
Is it all over the map? Is there one where
is there plus
I
one?
don't see a +1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a +1 on Texas. If you don't think Mateer plays, you don't outline this?
I mean, you could, yeah.
I mean, that's not the way that we keep track of things.
Right. Yeah. I'm just saying.
I understand your so like are you going to get Parker Livingstone back? Are you going to get CJ Baxter back? What's our confidence there?
I thought they were optimistic on Livingstone from what I read.
That's what I was thinking. Nobody else?
Cowards.
Incomplete picture.
Yeah.
We don't lock things up without full information.
Hell yeah, we do.
I kind of think
and sometimes we win. You remember first quarter?
Vibes time.
One of us is winning every week.
Okay. And I win some weeks. Some weeks I don't. Danny, I love that. Like in the rhythms of the season, in the way this rivalry has gone, there have been so many editions where unranked team in the rivalry comes out and either wins or at least makes it way more of a game than what you expect. We make the joke about throw the record books out the window, but actually the record book does show you that this rivalry is going to give you some twists and turns and curveballs. Texas getting up off the mat and throwing a haymaker in the Cotton Bowl is 100% on brand for the way that this has gone.
Yeah, like if I was to bet anything in this game, I'd be betting the under. But like, I like betting the under in this game when it's a 65-point total, not when it's a 42, 43.5. I don't care what the teams look like. It's the Red River. I'm not betting the under 43.5 in this game.
You know what? Fine. You're right. This is a disrespectful total. It's disrespectful to history. You know, there's too many athletes on the field. Everyone's saying, yeah, first 1 to 20 wins. Ain't nobody going to get up into the 20s. Well, you know what? I think we might get somebody into the 20s. I think somebody might sniff 28. And when I do the quick math in my head, beep, beep, boop, boop, pop, pop. That's an over 43.5. Let's go. It ain't called the Red River snub gun, huh? It ain't called the Red River toy gun. No. Let's go. 43.5 is disrespectful to the history of this rivalry. Last year, yes, it was under this number, but each of the previous 9 times that Texas and Oklahoma have played, we have gone over this number. Come on. Let's get some fireworks. Too many athletes on that field.
Best of luck to you, young man.
It's a good one to watch.
Moving on. We go to Michigan at USC, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time kickoff from the Coliseum, 4:30 local. Who's got a lock?
Maybe a sprinkle later, but no lock now.
I wanted to bet over, but it got bet out of range. 54.5 at open was pretty good. I'm not betting 57.5 juice over.
Okay. Danny, you want to do it?
No. I'm using some discipline.
Okay.
I lean towards USC, but I don't trust them yet. This is such a huge game for Lincoln Riley. Seeing the way they got pushed around by Illinois has me concerned. Bryce Underwood's getting better. I definitely give the quarterback edge, though, to USC. I don't trust them. I can't trust them with what's at stake here, coming back from behind. Discipline, Danny's back.
I lean Michigan, but not gonna throw that log on the fire quite yet. Super fun game, an exciting one that I'll be looking forward to breaking down, because there's how about this? Let's play the game. It's just no one's got a lock on it. You could see USC winning big, right?
Yes.
Obviously USC small, Michigan small. Could you see Michigan winning big?
Yes.
Ooh, that's the one I'm not ready to like. That's the one result that would truly stun me in this game. If USC gets totally locked up, can't score. I mean, Danny, I see your eyes. Like that would be.
I mean, if that happens,
result.
We're talking like off the charts type of DEFCON 5 type of conversation about USC, where they go from here.
Yeah.
People are asking how, because Michigan might be able to run all over them.
Like if USC defense just can't get off the field.
And if USC has to start loading the box to stop the run game because they can't with a regular box, then I think Bryce Underwood could kind of cook them too. So
if Michigan throws,
especially if Kamari Ramsey and their nickel corner are still banged up.
There's a breakout game coming for Underwood. Maybe it's this.
Oh my God. Yeah, if Michigan throws if Michigan throws the ball all over USC and USC can't move the football, that is the one result that would stun me and the one that would produce the most toxic conversation coming out of this game. I don't hate the over lean there. Just a fun, maybe something similar to like Penn State USC last year, right? High scoring, back and forth, both teams kind of throwing punches at each other. That's my expectation. But oof, all eyes. And of course, a great game for us to be reacting to when we go live at 11:30 p.m. Eastern time on youtube.com/cover3. Of course, while we are doing that game, we out in Salt Lake City, we will see Arizona State and Utah. It's a Big 12 title eliminator challenge of sorts. So got Utah as a favorite against the ranked Sun Devils. Who's got a lock?
I do.
Go for it.
Over 47.5. Dampier looked a little bit better last time he was out. I think that Utah can block Arizona State. I don't think Utah's defense sucks, but I don't think it's quite what it was in prior years under Whittingham. I think the offense is actually better than the defense this year, or at least closer in proximity than what it normally is. And I do think Arizona State will score. So I think this game is played in the 50s. Give me the over 47.5, Arizona State, Utah.
I like that. Go ahead, Danny.
I like Arizona State in the 6 points. I don't trust Devin Dampier yet as a passer. We did see the one other game they had that was a close game or a better worthy opponent. They got beat kind of ugly by Texas Tech. No, I don't think Arizona State's as good as them, but Raleek Brown has been kind of emerging as another option as opposed to just Jordan Tyson and Sam Levitt. I think this is a Big 12 classic, down to the wire, field goal or less. It's been a lot of what Arizona State's played in all season long. So give me the Sun Devils and those 6 points.
Anything, Tom?
No.
Yeah.
Look forward to watching.
Listen, how about that? Utah, good team or good record? 4-1.
Good team.
Good team.
We'll find out how good on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Coming up on the other side, we open up the Saturday card. Everything on the board, the rest of our Week 7 locks and more. Next.
This is European soccer's biggest stage.
Written in the stars. What a difference she has made.
The question is, can you handle it? The crowd here feels electric. Stream every match of the UEFA Women's Champions League on Paramount+.
Back here on the Cover 3 podcast, let's take a look at the locks we've got on the board so far. Bud Elliott has Jacksonville State -7, Oregon -7, Alabama-Missouri over 51.5, Washington team total over 34.5, and the Arizona State Utah over 47.5. Chip's got USF team total over 34.5. Ohio State -14. Indiana team total over 23.5. Indiana fourth quarter +1.5. And the Oklahoma Texas over 43.5. Danny's on USF +1.5. Ohio State, Illinois over 49.5. Alabama -3. Indiana, Oregon over 55. Texas -1 and Arizona State +6. And Tom's got Washington -1 and Washington first half -6. Oregon -7. Alabama, Missouri over 51.5. All right, Tom, you're sitting here as our leader. You've also just got 3 locks on the board so far. So let's let you take a swing at it. Where would you like to go?
I received a letter in the mail yesterday.
A real letter?
Yeah, a real letter, written on official letterhead, and I would like to read it to you guys and those listening. Tom, it's only right we get your helmet collection rolling with the best one there is. Let's bleep and go, Aztecs. Sean Lewis.
I mean, look at that.
Whoa. Look at this thing. This thing is gorgeous. How the hell am I not going to take San Diego State -7.5 going on the road to face Nevada? They're going to whoop the Wolfpack, 2 words, ass. Let's go, Tex.
Not that you'll need it, but I can get you 7.
Sure. Give me the alt lines. Give me the -20.
That is gorgeous. What kind of face mask they hook you up with? That is pretty, man.
I mean, look at this thing. This
thing is sweet.
Look at that.
Chicago boy, Sean Lewis.
Man.
Let's go.
One-time Cover 3 podcast guest, Sean Lewis.
That's right. He came on to be like, yeah, we played everybody. Washington, Georgia. It was hard for Kent State to play the toughest schedule in the country. Toughest non-conference schedule.
Chat wants me to put it on. I have a large head. It does not fit in the helmet. Offensive linemen, big bodies, bigger brains. All right.
Have you tried it on?
Roll. Yeah, I have tried it on. I can get it about down to here, and that's as far as it'll go.
Yeah, the unfortunate, hey, let me just try this live on the air. Oh no, now it's stuck. Situation.
Yeah, I made sure to try it before the show just to make sure.
Yeah,
that's so nice though. Like it. Does that belong in the background? Like that might have to be on like the mantle, man. Like I don't know if you're going to get approval from the missus, but
I was trying to convince Lynn that this is the new centerpiece of the dining room table. I mean, look at it. It's a beautiful work of art, honey. Like this is beautiful. This looks great.
Look at that.
It's a great conversation starter.
You'd pay thousands for that on Etsy.
They got San Diego State helmets on Etsy.
They probably do. They've got everything on Etsy, Chip.
Yeah, that's true. No free ads. Etsy, come talk to us. Holler at Mikey and Depot.
I think we can advertise Etsy. Like, there's no way Etsy's going to sponsor a college ball podcast.
If they've got helmets. Yeah. All right.
I just got a text. Lynn says we're saving it for Thanksgiving.
Nice.
Ooh.
Aztec Thanksgiving. That's
cornucopia.
Oh my god. Okay.
Wow.
Let's can I step in and get some principles rolling?
Yeah.
Y'all cool with some principles? How about Tennessee in the first quarter against Arkansas? Tennessee first quarters are back. Now we're a little bit all over the place, so I need the committee to weigh in because it's as big as 6.
All right, hold on.
What's
the rotation number on this?
I'm sitting at I'm looking. Let's see. Rotation number is the 4:15 p.m. Eastern time.
177 or one. Okay, so first quarter.
I think at 3.5, where you can make every moment more, but I'll take 4.5 if that's what I got to.
I can get you 3.5.
Yeah.
All right, 3.5 it is.
Yeah. Tennessee first quarters are back. Obviously, we are dealing with an Arkansas team that has just fired most of its primary defensive coaches. And while Bobby Petrino has had some extra time to try to put together his script and get Taylor Green ready to go, Tennessee's defense is pretty good. They're playing at home. I am not utterly confident. I think Tennessee, in the way that I see it, can definitely go get us 2 scores. Hopefully they are 2 touchdowns, but even then, not overly confident in Arkansas getting off to a fast start in this spot. So Tennessee first quarters are back, and I'm here with my punch card, hoping to fill it up and get a free hat.
Okay.
I also have a lock on this game. Kind of goes in line with what you're doing, Chip. Give me the Tennessee team total over 40.5.
Yeah.
Tennessee hasn't scored fewer than 41 points in a game yet this year, and Arkansas's defense sucks. So give me the Vols over 40.5.
I don't hate that. I mean, Arkansas's defense is pretty bad. Who does Tennessee have on deck?
Alabama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
fine. They'll rest them in the second half. And
Yeah, I kind of think they're at 28 by halftime.
I almost want to bet Tennessee's second quarter for this reason. We don't really know what Arkansas is going to run on defense because they made they made a wholesale defensive change. It might take a minute for Tennessee to figure it out. And I don't know. Like, I wish I could bet like a combo number like Tennessee second quarter, third quarter.
How much time do you think Bobby Petrino spent worrying about the defense, though?
Well, probably none, but
Yeah.
Bobby's trying to put points on the board.
Yeah, I mean, and with the team that we saw, who says that you're going to be like installing a brand new wild scheme? You know, it kind of maybe leads to more problems than solutions. All right, Danny, what do you want to do?
Did you guys heard of the law firm Holstein and Heichel? Holstein and Heichel?
I'm pretty sure they're calling Oregon's offensive line the law firm. And,
are they?
If patents are going to be awarded based on excellence,
Okay.
I'm going to give Oregon's offensive
from
line
that one.
Yeah,
Well,
okay, go for it.
we do have a freshman quarterback, Mason Heichel, who is coming from Pitt, fresh off a performance off the bench, 4 tutties, 0 interceptions against Boston College. Now he takes it on down to Tallahassee, battered, bruised, black-eyed Seminole team that needs a big bounce back. I think this is the biggest game of Mike Norvell's career. He has to come out, has to get the win. If they don't, it is going to get ugly in Tallahassee. I think they get what they need. I think this team is still a really good football team. I was really impressed with the fight they showed to claw their way back in the game. I like some of the emotions I saw from the players. Tommy Castellanos is almost in tears. I still think this team is really good. I'm not sold on Pitt. I'll lay the 10.5.
Godspeed, young man.
I will have a little piece of FSU alt line here. I think the game plays to like some larger tail outcomes just because of the way Pitt plays its defense. You know, they allow a lot of explosives. They create a lot of negative plays. They have played some pretty bad offensive lines now.
And they've eaten them up. They've been pretty good against the run, but opponent adjustments need to be put in there.
Louisville's O-line is sneaky suspect this year, or maybe not sneaky anymore.
I don't think it's sneaky anymore.
Yeah, if you look at these PFF grades for Pitt's D-line, and this is probably too in the weeds. It's not Nolecast, but like all their guys are rated super high, and I buy it if the linebackers are studs. But I don't know that I buy that all the D linemen are studs.
Also,
West Virginia, if they had not had the quarterback go out and miss those 4 drives, they probably blow them out. Like Pitt's comeback came when Nico got hurt, and they had to put the backup in who really couldn't play. Like they threw 7 passes with the backup, and 2 of them were picked.
Mm-hmm.
Nico was kind of cruising on him, so I'm a little, yeah.
So I was considering noon start, tough week.
Mm-hmm.
Pitt's coming in, not expecting our freshman starter. Noon games suck. I'm not expecting our freshman starter to play well in that stadium. How about a little first half under 29.5?
Ooh.
You know?
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, a little bit of Pitt can't really get it going. Maybe Florida State's a little bit slow out of the blocks before they start finding the creases and opening up the explosive plays. We would need to be able to hit this number. We would need to see some efficiency early. Part of this is definitely betting against efficiency early. So we'll go first half under 29.5.
Back when they used to let us bet longest touchdown, this would be one of those games, but they don't let you bet that anymore.
It also might be a spam Deuce Robinson game.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanted to take player props over on him making one-on-one catches against man coverage.
Yeah.
Or not man coverage. They play more of like quarters, right?
They play like all quarters, yeah.
They play all quarters.
But it largely converts to man against verticals. Yeah.
Right. That's what I was thinking. Deuce Robinson having to make one-on-one catches over pit corners. That's kind of what I had in mind. So, all right. So that's just another little player prop angle for you. Danny, are you tight on time? Or are we good?
We got a little more time.
Okay. Do you need to get a few more off the card?
Sure.
Okay.
I will go South Carolina at LSU. I think this game is going to be disgusting. LSU has had a chance to get healthy, but I still have my doubts about Garrett Nussmeier at that offensive line. I don't know if those problems are cured. I do think South Carolina's defense will be problematic for some of the game. South Carolina, Lenore Sellers has played better, but I don't know if they're going up and down the field against LSU. I like the under 44.5 in South Carolina, LSU.
I looked at that too, man. I think it's well priced. I don't really want to bet over, but I do think there's a chance for like explosive plays just based on how they play their defenses, turnovers, that kind of thing. But best luck to you. Yeah.
Thank you.
It's going to be a sweat. That's for sure.
Yeah.
No sweat.
There will be one touchdown that you're going to be mad about. I don't know whether it's going to be a scoop and score or a pick six, or like a defender falls
return,
down,
start the game.
Yeah, like kickoff fall or player falls down, explosive play type situation.
Yeah, I will remind you all that South Carolina has scored 42 points on defense and special teams this year.
Beamer ball.
Why I'm always scared to take an under in a South Carolina game.
Yeah,
they seldom hit when defenses score.
All right, Tom.
I'm going to go to one of my favorite plays of the week, man. Timing is everything. And last week, UCLA caught Penn State coming off of a devastating, soul-breaking double overtime loss against Oregon. And that carried with them on that long plane flight across the country to LA. And UCLA came out and blitzed them in the first half, jumped out to that 27-7 lead. And then they held on in the second half. Now UCLA has been celebrating all week, and it's traveling across the country to East Lansing, take on a Michigan State team that is 0-2 in Big Ten play, but has scored 58 points so far. They've played well. They just haven't played well enough. I think Michigan State's going to get its first Big Ten win. I think Sparty's going to cover. Give me Sparty -7.5. I just think, this is another alt line situation for me too. I think Michigan State could win by, 14 or more. So give me Sparty.
Fight him, Danny. Fight him.
Maybe more later.
I do have a correction to issue, by the way, because we got something wrong on this show. We always want to issue corrections. That Aiden Childs video was from 2024.
When he was discussing the
fans.
The fans. Yeah.
Fans don't forget.
Yeah. Also, if we're just getting some corrections out of the way, I mentioned the procedural penalty during that North Carolina rant. It was actually a disconcerting signals and not an illegal procedure. And do you know what's hilarious? No one called me on it.
How dare you, Chip?
I checked myself, and nobody seems moved to make a comment one way or the other.
How's your dental health?
Right.
Here to remind you, it's really important to dental health. So, dentist has a long one today. Of course, I'm reading this for the first time again. So, apologies to the tailgate because my record is embarrassing this year. But I would take most of these picks again if I had to. My luck has to change, and I think a little wave to Kenzie is what might turn this thing around. Another really tough Ole Miss game to predict this weekend. I expect Chambliss to start, although I'm hearing all kinds of rumors. Coming off of the bye week, I think we will see a good first half from Ole Miss, They have beaten non-conference teams by an average of 45 points. They are a certified manipulator. That's me, not him. All right. This year, but I want nothing to do with the second half of this game with road games to Georgia and Oklahoma on deck. Give me Ole Miss first half minus 19.5 tooth emoji, lock emoji. But there's more. And a bonus pick to try to help the record, because that's what we do. I'm taking Bama minus 3. Even though this could be a sucker bet, I just can't look past Missouri's schedule so far this year. They have played no one and all home games. I believe it when I see it from Mizzou, and they have not had a real test yet. Bama, on the other hand, is in the middle of a brutal stretch of 4 straight ranked opponents and appears to be finding their stride. Parentheses, although Vandy had two expensive for the dentist turnovers inside the 10, close parentheses. Give me Bama minus 3, tooth emoji, lock emoji, wave to McKenzie.
You know, they always say when you're in a hole, the first thing you should do is keep digging.
Keep firing.
I like that first half play.
Yeah.
You know, it's because
that's a guy knowing his team, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Tom, let's fill out the card a little bit.
All right. I will go to another one here. We're going to go to the ACC. Georgia Tech's a 14.5 point favorite at home against Virginia Tech. And that's not the situation I like Georgia Tech in. Since last season, when the Bees are playing an unranked ACC opponent, they are 1-4-1 against the spread. If you expand that to any Power 4 team that's unranked, the Bees are 2-5-1 against the spread. They don't really play, up against teams that they are better than. And I will mention, of those games, anytime they were favored by more than 5 points, they have yet to cover a spread. And they are 14.5 point favorites here to Virginia Tech, who is still not a very good team. But honestly, since making the coaching change, they've looked better. They haven't played poorly. They beat whoever it was, that FCS team that they stomped in the first game. They upset NC State on the road. They lost to Wake by a touchdown. I think they're going to be able to hang. So give me Virginia Tech plus 14.5.
Tech's defense did stop the run pretty well against South Carolina. Like, they made him throw it a whole lot. I could see that maybe being a little stubborn for Brent Key.
Wake Forest's defense, relative to all of the expectations, is the strongest unit. I did not think Virginia Tech was having a ton of success against being able to, especially when they got into scoring position. They were not doing a good job when the field got small of making sure that they could get touchdowns. Really cost them in that game.
Yeah.
But Godspeed there.
They just ran out of time.
Obviously. So, do you know how many games Colorado has played so far this season?
4.
6.
Do
12.
you know which game this is? So this is the 7th game. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is week 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting. You think those legs are getting tired? 7 straight games without a bye? Now, Iowa State's in its 2nd straight road game, and Iowa State's still really banged up in the secondary.
Do they have their kickers back yet?
Hey, listen, all we need, I saw Rocco looked like Rocky, because that boy was getting put into the ground and he kept getting back up and throwing punches. We're going Iowa State team total over 27. I think that this is a game where the Cyclones are going to be able to move the football enough to be able to definitely, we're seeing this line move towards Colorado here. I think the piece of this matchup I feel confident in is going with Rocco Becht in the offense. I think they'll be able to score points. So let's go with a little Iowa State team total over.
It's going to be very funny when this doesn't hit because they have to go for 2 and they don't get it.
Dude, seriously.
They're going to score 4 touchdowns and finish with 24 points, and Chip's just going to be mad.
Hey, as I was sitting there in 12D, we talked about getting the whole row of headset TVs, getting our multi-screen going, everyone agreeing to watch a different game so we can all watch a lot of different games. I was just so impressed by watching Rocco keep getting up and taking swings there. So I got to keep riding. Got to pay my respects. I'll keep riding with them. Again, 7th game in 7 weeks for this Colorado team. So could be a little bit tough on that front. All right, Bud, where do you want to
go? My music.
Let's go.
It's time for sicko mode. Let's go. I'm a little bit lower on some of the teams in the bottom of the Sun Belt. If things go wrong, they could be like UMass. That's kind of like sicko mode of a sicko mode.
All right. Get your sickness bags ready, because this is sick. 133, Old Dom -7 in the first half at Marshall.
That's not that sick.
Oh, no, it's getting sicker.
Okay.
I think a first half Old Dom Marshall bet is kind of sick. So
that's college football playoff contender, Old Dominion. All right.
Old Dom is
get sicker.
Old Dom's pretty decent. And Old Dom also has the game at JMU coming up. So I don't know if they're going to keep the hammer down for a full game, but I do think first half -7 is worth a look. But here's the real sickness. And Nathan in the chat already said it, but I mean, how could you not? UMass travels to Sean Lewis's old school, gentlemen. And in the spirit of Sean Lewis, we are taking Kent State team total over 26. Flash fast. I mean, yeah. This is still the best defense. God. Will we watch it? On a score app, maybe. On the TV, no. But will we cash it? Gotta hope so. Let's go.
I think like sicko mode games, we should have a rule like when they're on the ESPN Plus app or whatever you're able to watch them on, they're not like in like the 4K definition. They're still in like old school HD.
The worst part about these sicko mode games, like the worst part about these sicko mode games is like the weirdest stuff seems to happen in them, and like the ESPN app's so buggy when you hit like the go back button. I'm like, what just happened? Like they had like 14 men on the field. The refs didn't call it. It's in 360p. It looks like you're watching it on television. And all right, money spends the same, right? Nobody wants to join on Flash Fast. They got a couple little receivers who are pretty decent. The quarterback is like not that bad. Yeah,
I'm okay.
Standard.
I was no spoiler alert here, but I was thinking of using UMass as a sprinkle just because it's like, what other game are they even going to have something resembling a chance? But then I couldn't even do that. I was like, nah.
Okay. I'm gonna grab the wheel here and just ask some questions. Okay. Because we've got a couple of anxiety-ridden games in the Southeastern Conference that no one has asked to lay a pick on in the name of, letting some of our fans, some of our bigger fan bases, truthfully, at least hear some best bet thoughts, ways to wager, leans even. Jordan Hare, Georgia at Auburn, the Anxiety Bowl. Does anybody have anything that they would consider a lock?
It's a little sick. I thought about over.
That is a little bit sick. Yes.
Yeah.
And then Florida at Texas A&M.
I want to lay them, but it's over the touchdown.
You were really quiet there.
I said I might have more.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing that nothing that I want on this tab of the spreadsheet.
No.
Maybe on a different tab.
Maybe.
Okay. Let's what else do we have left? How many do we have left?
0.
You're out?
Yeah.
I have 2 locks left before we get to sprinkles.
All right.
I'll go quick. Penn State first half -11.5. Like, this is kind of like, they're playing Northwestern. Last week, I had a pride check for Northwestern, and they came through. This is now the same principle for Penn State. Like, you've been off to a terrible start in the first half each of your last 2 games. I have to think that it's been a point of emphasis for this team in practice this week is getting off to a fast start. So give me them in the first half. Maybe they let Northwestern climb back into it in the second half, but I'm just going to avoid that. And then my last lock, give me the under 47 in Northern Illinois, Eastern Michigan. Just, I don't know how much more explaining I really need to do about that one. I don't think Northern Illinois has hit double digits in a game yet this year. So, yeah, under.
Can I add one more?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't closed up shop yet. You're good.
128 FAU -4. I think they're a better team than UAB is.
They are a team, and UAB is too. Last one for me. I can get, as I'm looking at it right now, Kansas in the first half plus 9.5 at Texas Tech. I think that Texas Tech's depth is better than Kansas's depth, especially on the competitive depth front. I also saw Texas Tech, not really excel in the red zone during what ultimately was a handy win against Houston. Jalen Daniels and this Kansas offense, I think, are better than Houston. I don't know what's going to happen over 60 minutes, but over 30, I like the Jayhawks to be able to keep this competitive. All right.
I can see that.
Are we gonna we ready to close this thing out before we head to Sprinkles?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anything left? All right. Let's review what we've got on the board. Bud is taking Jacksonville State -7, Oregon -7, Alabama, Missouri over 51.5, Washington team total over 34.5, Arizona State, Utah over 47.5, Old Dominion first half -7, Kansas State team total over 26, FAU -4. Chip is on. USF team total over 34.5, Ohio State -14, Indiana team total over 23.5, Indiana fourth quarter plus 1.5. The Oklahoma, Texas over 43.5, Tennessee first quarter -3.5, Pittsburgh, Florida State first half under 29.5, Iowa State team total over 27, and Kansas first half plus 9.5. Danny's got USF plus 1.5, Ohio State, Illinois over 49.5, Alabama -3, Indiana, Oregon over 55, Texas -1, Arizona State +6, Florida State -10.5, South Carolina, LSU -45.5, and Tom's got Washington first half -6, Oregon -7, Alabama, Missouri over 51.5, San Diego State -7, principal, Tennessee team total over 40.5, Michigan State -7.5, Virginia Tech plus 14.5, Northern Illinois, Eastern Michigan under 47, and Penn State first half -11.5. And those were the locks, sponsored by Cash App. As you heard me say at the top of the show, new Cash App users can use our code and get free money. Use our code COVER3, send $5 to a friend within 14 days, and you'll get $10 right in your account. Thank you to Cash App. And coming up on the other side, we turn our attention to Moneyline Sprinkles and more next.
Name's Conrad Harrigan, family man. And if you cross my family, well, you'd better pray.
Mobland, new series streaming March 30th on Paramount Plus.
Back here on the Cover 3 podcast as we look at Moneyline Sprinkles. Last week, Bud got home with Temple plus 205 and Wake plus 220. Chip got New Mexico State plus 120 and UVA plus 205. We got Danny had Florida plus 215. That one came home. And Tom got Wake Forest plus 220. Everybody getting a little bit of a sprinkle winner, because these Moneyline Sprinkles are brought to you by FanDuel Sportsbook. Play your game. Sprinkle record so far this season. Bud is still the sprinkle king. He is 9-10 on the sprinkles, up 14.15 units. Danny in second place, got 6 winners on the board, up 3.35 units. Then it is Tom, 5 winners on the board, minus 2.4 units, and Chip, 7 winners on the board, but 18 not winners. They're called losers. And down just 5.85 units. So, Bud, why don't you lead us off? What are your Moneyline Sprinkles?
Shouldn't FanDuel also offer like a big like donut with sprinkles on it for the trophy if you win the sprinkle thing? I really just want we got the boys donuts this morning, so that was fun. Okay. Let's go, gentlemen. 169, New Mexico plus 575.
Yo.
Are we sure Boise should be this big of a favorite? I'm not. You're going to hate this, but every team at a certain price. 190, Oklahoma State plus 475. Houston got really banged up last week. They were already banged up coming into that ball game. 124, going back with the Owls. Temple plus 295. I think they're a decent team, man. Like they're not good, but they're not like bottom 10 anymore.
No, Casey Keeler's a good coach.
Yeah. And 209, Purdue plus 273 to go into Minnesota.
I considered that.
That's a great one. All right, Tom.
I've got 5 or 6.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Okay.
I mentioned it. I got a lot of ground to make up here. You're kind of dusting us in the sprinkles. I mentioned it earlier.
Sprinkle dogs actually bet them, the ATS.
Give me Michigan plus 115. I think the wrong team's favored in that spot. I think there's a whole lot of different outcomes available, but I think Michigan should be favored in them. Do you really trust ULM as a road favorite? I don't. Give me Coastal Carolina at home plus 125. Also kind of hinted at it earlier. Florida on the road against Texas A&M plus 245. It's not that I don't believe in A&M. It's just I think that with Dallas Wilson and DJ Lagway, this Florida offense is better now than it was earlier in the season, so this number's a little too big. Another road team in the SEC going into Death Valley, South Carolina plus 300 against LSU. And then I also thought late night, I didn't have a lock for it. We discussed the game. I don't want the 6.5 points. Just give me Arizona State on the field plus 195. I think the Sun Devils can win that game. And then finally, the year was 2007. Ohio State was off to a 10-0 start and ranked number 1 in the nation. It had beaten the crap out of everybody it played all year long. It was cruising to a Big Ten title and a trip to the BCS championship game. But the Buckeyes made a mistake. They let Illinois into their home. And fellas, Ron Zook's boys, they didn't wipe their feet on the doormat. No. They wiped them off, cleats and all, on Ohio State's pretty little face. Juice Williams threw for 4 touchdowns while he, Rashard Mendenhall, and Daniel Dufresne ran all over the mighty Buckeye defense. The defense picked off Todd Beckman 3 times and held the mighty Beanie Wells in check. Some guy named Marcus Freeman had 18 tackles for Ohio State because he couldn't get his damn team off of the field. By the time the dust settled, Illinois won 28-21. And now number 1 Ohio State comes to Champaign. And the Illini will happily welcome them into the newly christened Keith Memorial Stadium. But don't get it twisted, Buckeyes. Just because we're letting you in doesn't mean we're letting you leave. Illini by a billion. Illinois plus 530.
You walk over, but you leant back.
Danny has, let's see, offered it up.
Tom's manifesting a 2.5 hour recap if this happens, by the way.
Danny has UCLA plus 255. He's really bought in. He thinks UCLA is good now. He's also got Colorado plus 120 because he says bye weeks are more fun when you get extra days off after a win. He's got Wisconsin taking down Iowa plus 145. And like me, he is also on Arizona State plus 195.
I'm going for a couple chaos plays. Give me Auburn in Jordan Hare. Don't ask me how it happens. Just seems like one of those nights when Georgia is maybe as gettable as they look. So let's go Auburn. Low scoring rock fight, weird game, somehow figures it out. Florida, let's keep it rolling. Chomp chomp. More SEC chaos plays right there. And then let's see, where was it? Finally, Michigan. Yeah, Michigan was my last one there. And then the last one on the card, I'm going to go bye week plus 195 over North Carolina. Hadn't gone well. Don't think it's getting any better. So that's the one we got. All right, let's review what we've got in terms of the sprinkles. Bud's taking New Mexico plus 575, Oklahoma State plus 475, Temple plus 295, Purdue plus 273. I've got Auburn plus 160, Florida plus 245, Michigan plus 115. Danny's on UCLA plus 255, Colorado plus 120, Wisconsin plus 145, and Arizona State plus 195. Tom's on South Carolina plus 300, Arizona State plus 195, and Illinois plus 530. And those were the Moneyline Sprinkles brought to you by FanDuel Sportsbook. Play your game. Whew. Good week. I thought it was going to be a light card, and I look up, and sure enough, here we are with what? Everybody's got at least 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good. That's where we need to be. Let's go. All right, we will be back on Saturday, 11:30 p.m. Eastern time, maybe a shade earlier. We'll see. Stay tuned to all of our social channels, and we will be recapping what has been an absolutely loaded week 7 in college football. YouTube.com/cover3 to hang out with the tailgate and watch live. And you can follow him on Twitter at Tom Fornelli. You can follow him at Bud Elliott 3. You can follow me at Chip_Patterson. Gentlemen, thank you very much.
Illabuck is coming home.
Yeah. Watch the halftime show, CBS Sports Network. Halftime show on CBS Sports Network between Jacksonville State and Sam Houston State. See the Cover 3 podcast. Tag us and tag CBS Sports Net. Thank you very much.